We whites were not your first enemies. You were killing each other for hundreds of moons before the first white stepped foot on this continent. You conquered those tribes, lusting for their game and their lands, just as we have now conquered you for no less noble a cause.
This is your story of my people.
This is the truth, not legend.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. The headline here is Communist behaves like communist, I guess. Ben & Jerry's is saying that they gotta give back the land to the native tribes that were once here, that killed other tribes to get that land, that killed other tribes to get that land, that killed other tribes to get that land, and we won't give back our land that our ice cream factory is on. But somehow the opinion of ice cream makers is really important right now for some inexplicable reason. Here we go. Ben & Jerry's customers call for a boycott after woke ice cream makers' 4th of July message demanding the U.S. return stolen indigenous land, starting with Mount Rushmore and the Lakota. Oh, okay. Well, hold on here just a second. Just before we go through all this, I want to make this very, very clear. That Ben & Jerry's sits on stolen land, okay? So I want you to view all this through the lens of Ben & Jerry's factory in Vermont, pretty famous place. It sits on stolen land, according to analysis here. The insufferable left-wing fanaticists and anti-Semites known as Ben & Jerry's have headquarters that sits on land that was stolen from the Oaxaca tribe. Oh, my. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guess what? The tribes actually got a letter about their headquarters in Vermont from the ancestors of that tribe, saying, we have concluded that your company's occupation of the Abenaki lands and the Oaxaca tribe is illegal, and we believe is wholly inconsistent with the stated values of Ben & Jerry's. So when will Ben & Jerry's be selling their ice cream factory? Here's a photo of it right here on your screen. You got a little playground, you got some chairs, big factory there. Look at that, big factory. When are they gonna sell their factory? You gotta give it back. You gotta give it back. Be the change that you want to see in the world, Ben & Jerry's. 4th of July is high time we recognize that U.S. exists on stolen indigenous land and commit to returning it, the company tweeted. How would you do that exactly? Not sure. Outrage was swift on social media. Many disgusted by what they saw. Anti-American sentiment on a day meant to celebrate the United States. It is amazing how these people use the 4th of July as an opportunity to dog on this country. Please, I beg of you, leave. I'm telling you, leave. Renounce your citizenship. Go away. Why do you all run for high office? Doesn't make any sense. Why do you keep your business founded here in America? Oh, wait, your business is owned by a massive Dutch conglomerate. Oh, got it. And how exactly did the Dutch treat people in their colonies? Let me ask. See, this is the paradigm that happens with these American Marxists, very special American Marxist tactic, is apparently all sins originated here in America. This is the only place that ever had slavery. This is the only place that ever had people fighting over land, where various groups warred over territory and boundaries. This is the only place ever that happened. They're so dumb. They're so low IQ. And this is what they actually think. This is why I beg of them to leave. I will help. I will create the Benny Scholarship. I will provide you with one copy of the Communist Manifesto and a rubber dinghy, and you can paddle yourself to Cuba, and you can enjoy the Marxism that you so desire. Bring Ben & Jerry's with you. Will be really special Cuban flavors, like mothballs and empty shelves in their grocery stores. I don't know. What ice cream could you make in Cuba? Not much, because there's no food. Ice cream company Ben & Jerry's sparked outrage with 4th of July tweet calling for the United States to return stolen indigenous land, starting with Mount Rushmore. Oh, okay, got it. You gonna put all the rocks back where they carved the faces? Nobody ever knows. 4th of July, it's high time we recognize the U.S. exists on stolen land. So does every other country in the world. So every country needs to go away, apparently, or be given back to whatever's considered indigenous in that area. This is the graphic that they tweeted. There's the tweet. And people are saying that we need to Bud Light them. Here's the problem, is that most people, I assume if you are a conservative, that you don't eat Ben & Jerry's anyway. There's lots of good ice cream out there. Much like beer, you should just go find a local ice cream company. We do. It's actually non-woke. It's an awesome company that we eat here. It's local Tampa ice cream company. It's where I take my kids. Don't buy this crap. Please, go do something local. Support a local business. Don't support Lennon. Don't go to Ben & Jerry's. These people hate you. By the way, they're not even American. They're owned by a Dutch company. Long overdue for the Bud Light treatment. I don't think this is going to happen because presumably the vast majority of their customers are libs. But if you do eat Ben & Jerry's, don't do that. I look forward to the virtue signaling and returning their factory to the Mohican Indian tribes. Absolutely not. Stupid pandering. Why do they always do this? Why do they do this? Mike Lee, base Mike Lee, senator. Ben & Jerry's are smug and lippy for a sub-brand, massive Anglo-Dutch conglomerate Unilever. I'm not sure they fully understand the legacy respective to Dutch and British colonial powers. Yeah, that's right. So on Twitter, they were just getting destroyed. Just announced the ESG flavor already. Elon Musk liked that one. Along with this tweet, Elon Musk says, Target, what was the tweet? Ashley St. Clair, you stole milk from cows to make your ice cream. Checkmate. Checkmate. Got him. Got him. ALX, you're literally ice cream. And nerdrotic, you make people fat. Yeah. They do. And they live on stolen land. You people stole land. What is it with these people? It's not just Ben & Jerry's. There was like a concerted push across the spectrum of super low information libs to say that America isn't actually a real place. This is the new thing. La 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 la. You don't actually exist. I'm plugging your la 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 la. America's not actually real. Here's two members of Congress, okay, Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush, respectively, saying, on this July 4th, remember we stand on stolen land, toiled by enslaved Africans. Not true, actually. Like if you're insinuating a talking point, I'm not saying that slavery wasn't true, but I'm saying that if you're insinuating a talking point that America was built by slavery, nope. Actually, the data shows that slavery was a regressive practice when it was brought here by other countries based on their traditions, and actually the American tradition outlawed slavery from its inception, right? With the whole all men are created equal thing. Yeah. What do you think that was? That was the pill that got us to the Emancipation Proclamation. But nonetheless, the IQ of these people, it's not really even fair, okay? Recommit ourselves to fight for freedom and equality and justice, he said. This is what I thought was interesting, and I responded here. Why don't you renounce your citizenship? If you hate this country so much, this is such a bad country, this is such an immoral place, renounce your citizenship and leave. But these people, instead, they run for office to be part of the bureaucratic establishment that runs this country. Well, that's strange. It's almost like you're complicit in great evil. Boring, predictable, sad. Same with Cory Book. The Declaration of Independence was written by enslavers that didn't recognize black people as human. Today is a great day to demand reparations now. So let's look here at the meme. Your country sucks, you know. There is nothing worthy of celebration. You shameless Americans, proud of what? Quit having fun. Yeah. Do you want to like hang out with these people at a party? Do you want to hang out? You're going to need reparations for this ratio. Pure trash. How far the country has fallen when people are like this in elected office. That's right. Nancy did actually get totally ratioed here. So what does this all stem from? It's the new tactic. The new tactic is America just shouldn't exist at all. They're just coming out and saying it. This country just shouldn't exist at all because its sins are so much more evil than the sins of an entire era, an entire human existence. Slavery in the Bible, slavery before the times of Christ, slavery after the times of Christ, slavery all the way up and into including our modern era, which you never hear about. Blacks enslaving blacks in the Middle East and in Africa right now in this current day. There's like 20 some odd countries that still practice slavery. You can go and sell and buy people. Of course, I view that as repugnant and evil, but it is actually a modern phenomenon that the modern world, as we know it, doesn't actually operate on slavery, as it had for 2,000 years. Now, that's a good thing, but somehow these people believe that all time and all space and all history just was brought into being with like their consciousness. And so the world should be as they want it right now, and directly in a through line all the way back to the to the Big Bang. Okay? When God created the world. No. No one was like, the fact that people in the past don't adhere to your modern values does not necessarily make them evil, and more importantly, doesn't make you righteous. But subtlety is not to ever be lost on these individuals like Cori Bush, who, as we have detailed, comes from the most murderous black-on-black crime district in America. So not a single tweet about the amount of black-on-black absolute slaughterhouse that is her district in St. Louis, which is awful. I'm not aware about that. But yeah, talk about the enslavers who wrote the Declaration of Independence. I think it was like 6 or 5 people on the Declaration of Independence who owned slaves. It was not a majority of people who owned slaves who wrote the Declaration of Independence. But nonetheless, yeah, keep voting for Joe Biden, people. 11 signers were guilty of enslaving others, says Libby Evans. There, 11. All right. We're not making an excuse for it. Like, we're not saying that like that. We're not saying that's righteous. We are saying that is, as we've discovered, as we have like detailed on this show, that is a holdover of being a colony of a slave-owning enterprise in Europe. The Dutch, the French, the British, the people who founded this country brought that practice here, and we ended it. So people like Cori Bush should be the most proud of this country, actually, if this is her key issue, which shockingly, this issue was settled by a war 200 years ago. Again, subtlety, not their strength. Why do they hate America so much? What is the new tactic here? Just straight out say it. They don't think America should exist. I'm glad that they're saying it. I think it's a good step in the right direction. At least they're being honest with their low IQ lobotomized audience. At least they're being honest. So if you believe America should exist, well, then you should not vote for those people. You should also like, share, and subscribe if you like this channel. If you want to end communism, the communism that Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush represents, and Ben and Jerry's. It's your boy Benny. See ya.